All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back to another Schools Corner. I'm your host, James Cowan. As you know, if you're familiar with these videos are designed to give you a very quick, full snapshot of some of our exciting new partner institutions that have joined the platform recently. And today we have a really exciting one, CCTB, Canadian College of Technology and Business. And two hosts as well, or co-hosts today with me. We have Racha Apsi, who's Associate Director of International Recruitment at Global University Systems. And very exciting, we have Boris Poludov, who is the founder of CCTB, located in Vancouver. So welcome, guys. Glad to have you on here, and excited to get started here. So I think as an intro, why don't you just start off by maybe Racha first introducing yourself, a little bit about yourself personally, then we'll jump into Boris, and we're going to get into some key questions. Okay?
Sure. Thank you, James. Thank you for organizing this interview. Talking about myself, my name is Rasha. I'm the Associate Director of International Recruitment from Global University System. Talking about myself, I have started in the international recruitment since 2011. So it's been a long trip for me, always in education, always with Canada. So very passionate about education and about supporting agencies and, of course, students making their dream come true of studying in Canada.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And Mr. Boris.
Thank you, James. Thank you so much for inviting me. First of all, I'm very excited for this interview to happen. So my background goes to my background is in engineering, specifically aeronautical information systems. Since moving to Canada in 1992, I was in IT until about 2015, running IT projects, IT programs. So basically, my background goes into information technology.
Makes sense. Amazing. Perfect. Well, I'm excited to jump into the first question, which will dive a little bit further into where you left off. And that is, I think we'd all love to hear a little bit about your journey. You're the founder of the school. What made you get into this or build this this college? And how does it add on into the the GUS world? And how does it actually help distinguish from other colleges in Canada?
Thank you. That's a great question, James. Thank you so much. What happened is, as I mentioned earlier, that my background goes to IT. I was quite actively involved in information technology, information systems, specifically software development since 1995. And being in leadership in all my projects in IT, almost every single project, I always had co-op students and practicum students as part of my team. And what I was seeing, students even from leading industry universities from Toronto, from British Columbia, we always saw a gap where students, they can write code, they can do basic things, but they don't really have a lot of background in business processes, the big picture overall. And that's where I realized that we could do better training students specifically on that. So students, when they join company, they actually have less of a ramp up or learning curve that they would require. So as opposed to bringing business return to a company or project in 4, 5, 6 months after they learn everything, our students are actually quite capable to be a valuable team member within weeks, within literally 3-4 weeks.
Amazing. And so I think that says a lot. You kind of saw a problem that existed in real time in your previous companies, students that were co-op underneath yourself. They had some skills, but they didn't have the full, maybe some other, areas that in terms of business that they should be a little bit more, ramped up on. And so by creating CCTB, you're kind of getting them ready ahead of the curve for when they begin their first, say, projects or placements in co-op.
Absolutely. And that's what actually we've done. We brought industry professional as our instructors. So we aimed at building our faculty based on industry exposure, industry background. We brought in very experienced consultants to run the academic part and not the other way around. And as a result, we have absolutely tremendous success story that I can share later.
Amazing, amazing. And I think, yeah, that's such a strong point to have the teachers there, people who have actually firsthand lived that whole experience, not just learning how to say code, but learning the problems to solve, to understand the business concepts. That's really powerful. Anything else that you want to touch on that you might highlight as other, say, key selling points for CCTB that agencies can take away from this? Right.
I think what's important to mention is that when our students are getting close to the graduation, right, they're ready to join the workforce. What we do, we have very powerful, which actually makes us very, very unique. I'm very positive on that. Employment preparation and employment readiness program. I mean, if you go to other colleges, universities, they all say that they have that, right? So, but since our faculty is industry professionals, industry consultants, they have tremendous experience not only doing the job, but also landing the job. As for consultant or someone who does contracts on a frequent basis, every year, every 2 years, right? They have to go through 15, 20 interviews to land a next contract. So our instructors, including myself, I'm still actively involved working with students, teaching them how to actually land an amazing job, not just any job, but actually amazing job where you're valued, respected, and of course, properly compensated. Now, what we do is we teach them the approach to landing job from the consulting perspective, which is completely different from any employment preparation, employment readiness you would learn elsewhere. So, and that's, again, the outcome is absolutely incredible, which I would be more than happy to share if I get a chance today.
You bet, of course. Let's jump in.
James, maybe I can add something regarding that point, because we've been recruiting for CCTB for almost 2 years now, and of course, I mean, we do get the feedback from our current partners, and a lot of partners, they have recently mentioned that the service that students are really getting at CCTB is key when it comes to student services, when it comes to career services. So it's a very student-oriented approach, if I can say, that makes the student feel very supported. And we all know when international students, they go and study abroad, it might be a little bit overwhelming. They're leaving their families, it's a new destination. So the service, when on all levels, when it comes from student services or career services, makes really the student journey very, very joyful and fruitful, if I can say, especially when they come to an end and they're about to integrate the market, the job market. Exactly. Service and support is so important for the students. Coming from other countries, they're nervous and such, and to feel comfortable and taken care of and seeing the results is so important. And just as for the agents watching here, let's just quickly, Boris, maybe you can sort of highlight some of the main exciting programs that you guys offer. Well, when we started in 2015, we were, and we still are, very ambitious, right? So we were dreaming, and the dream is still there, right? So
we were thinking of creating an MIT of Canadian West Coast, right? So we're technology, we start with technology, and even business and hospitality, we still integrate a part of tech programs into our business. So in our portfolio, we have quite amazing, quite unique programs. We have cybersecurity and security operations. We have data engineering and data analytics. We also have software quality assurance engineering, which includes automation and data quality. It's an incredible program, just like any other ones that we have, right? And we have something that is related to user experience. If we all remember the explosive success of iPhone, right? So the reason iPhone was such a huge success, is because Apple took seriously user experience. And one of our programs is specifically related to user interface in user and interactive design, which is new name for UI UX that we had in the past. Incredible program.
Right, exactly. Boris, I have to say, I'm so happy to have you on this call, because your passion is shining through, that's for sure. It's no hiding that. That's amazing. And yeah, it's, obviously.
Thank you. Very excited to hear that. But if we ever get any more time, I'm absolutely happy to talk about Vancouver. What our students do here is just incredible experience we're trying to create for our students. Thank you.
I love it. And let's jump into now. Maybe you can share one, maybe two quick success stories from some of your students. This will be really good for the agency to kind of understand what they can now portray to their potential students as well, and give them a guide of where they can go.
Great, thank you. I think success stories that we have is probably, apart from how unique our programs are and how unique our employment services, and how we help students to actually land amazing jobs and start not from just any job, but start from incredible, amazing job that stands for launch of an amazing career and happy life, right? For that matter. So the best illustration of the quality of what we do in terms of mentorship, right, for career development, is our success stories. I am absolutely certain on that. We have, I know that my time, I don't have a lot of time today,
Okay.
but we have tremendous amount of success stories. And I like to take time to talk each and every one of them. Unfortunately, we don't have time, but maybe in the future sometime we'll have that time. But right now, what I want to give you, I give you a sense where our students land jobs as their very first job right outside of our programs. Examples are starting with IBM. We have students landing jobs at with IBM as just right outside of the program, right? Hewlett Packard, automation engineers. Boeing, we have many students working at Boeing. We have probably the largest now, I think it's the largest telecommunication company in Canada, called Telus Communications. You probably heard of this. Telus Communications, we have a subsidiary of Telus Communications called Telus Health. We have a number of students that I lost count working there. It's a big, massive organization, right? So government structures, PHSA, Provincial Health Service Authority, Vancouver Coastal Health. Those are all hospitals and healthcare governing organizations from government, right? Ground Control Corporations, ICBC, very famous, very big. One example, which is not really the biggest, right? But I think it's worth mentioning specifically. There's a company in Canada called Lululemon. It actually is very famous now around the world. I spoke with VP of Technology about 3 months ago. We were talking about the IT department, and he said they had 160 people in that particular IT department. And I was trying to make a joke. I said that probably quite a few of them actually came from us. And his answer was pretty much most of them.
Is that right?
That was incredible to hear. So I can, I can go on and on and on and on, and the salaries is something else. So this is incredible, that information we can share, how much money people make literally in the their first job right outside of our programs.
Congratulations, Boris. That's a huge success. Fantastic.
Thank you, James.
Well, yes, like you mentioned, these videos, unfortunately, we don't have time to jump into all those, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to learn more. So I think maybe this is next questions for Racha, is for some agents that already are working with Gus, what do they do next to get more educated on CCTB? But also for agents that don't work with Gus at all yet, what can they do to begin working with Gus and CCTB? Maybe you can.
Thank you, James. I'm sure agents are now excited to work with CCTB after listening to Boris. Even when I listen to Boris, I'm like, can I do a program at CCTB?
Yeah, me too.
So for agents that are familiar with Gus, of course, we have business developers all over the world. So wherever the agent is located, we do have business developers in most of the regions. Of course, if you don't know which person that represents the region, you can always reach out to me personally. My email is with advisors. So James will be more than happy to share that with all of you. And of course, we have a portal, so they can just request to partner with CCTB, and we can proceed with the agent agreement. And of course, we have a partnership with Edvisor, so they can also now get a quotation through Edvisor for CCTB. And of course, if they are in Vancouver, don't hesitate to go on campus. You will be very well greeted by Boris himself if he is on campus, or the other team members. So we're really everywhere, whatever the partners are. We know that all partners need support on the ground, and we have a very big team to support them. We speak all languages. We speak Spanish, Portuguese, French, Arabic, English, Vietnamese. So whatever language our partners speak, we might probably have someone in the Global University System group that speak your language. So we are very partner oriented. We want to give all kind of support to our partners, and that's why now we are partnering with Edvisor to give another layer of support.
Amazing. I think, yeah, another thing that you could touch on too, Racha, is by starting to work with CCTB, you also are unlocking, as an agent, you're also getting access to a huge portfolio globally of other institutions.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the beauty of working with Gus, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not one destination. You have access to a lot of destinations. If you want to work with Montreal, there's an institution. If you want to work with Vancouver, there's an institution. If you want to work with Toronto, there's an institution. So, I mean, it's sometimes it's easier to work with one group that owns a lot of institutions, so same system, same admission process and all that. So definitely that's the power. And of course, I want to mention that being part of Gus comes also with a lot of financial support to students. We have a lot of scholarships that are available to all students. We know that, I mean, there's an inflation out there, so that is also taken into consideration. When we offer scholarship. Of course, I mean, our main purpose remains to help students achieve their goals, their dreams. We know it's a life project. It's not only just doing a program, it's sometimes immigrating in the destination. So financial support is that will always be there when it comes to any GOS institution within the group. And of course, I mean, we work with so many partners that supporting the partners is also important for us, not only students, but partners. And yeah, I mean, support on campus, like I said, is also very, very key. It's a long journey until students make it on campus. So once they are on campus, they're very well taken care of. So that is something that I can promise all the agents here out there listening to us, that we promise that just get the student on campus and the CCTB team will take care of the rest.
I love it. Fantastic, guys. Really, really great information today. For everybody that's listening, what are you waiting for? Get connected with CCTB over Edvisor, reach out to them, set up one-on-one calls for more training and support, and get the process started because it's a really great opportunity. Again, thanks. I want to thank both of you, Rasha and Boris, for joining me today. And yeah, looking forward to some exciting times ahead in 2023.
Thank you very much, James. Thank you so much. And we look forward to meet everyone in Vancouver.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Again.
Bye.